I often joke with her about her becoming the CEO of a business because I would listen to her directives with ease. She has her eyes set on Elizabethtown College with a major in occupational therapy. Because if there is one aspect that this student does very well, it's putting ourselves in the shoes of other people to support them in every way possible. It was my privilege to be an administrator for her this year, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you tonight Miss London Cerullo.
Thank you, Mr. Ostrowski, J.D. Good evening, teachers, students, staff, families, friends, and siblings. Hi, Simon and Ross. My name is London Cerullo, and I am so happy and thankful to see all of you here tonight. To my fellow graduates, congratulations on making it to this point. Here's to a lifetime of learning, all thanks to the people sitting here both today, physically and in our hearts. Growing up in a small town can be described as both a blessing and a curse, but I'm beyond thankful for the community that's made us who we are today. We started with wearing light-up sneakers and dinosaur pajamas, and soon we will be wearing suits, work clothes, or uniforms. Field day in elementary school sparked the competition in all of us. Racing to be the fastest kid on the track then is now fighting for a starting spot as a collegiate athlete, or being a company's best employee. At one time, the ultimate honor was safety patrol and earning that cursive license, and now we yearn for national honor societies and leadership positions both in and out of school. The class of 2023 t-shirts finally make sense now, as that number, 2023, didn't even sound real all those years ago. We truly grew up together, whether you started here spending DT dollars or $81, or you were welcomed in at any point since then. We are a family, and I love each and every one of you. To start at the beginning, elementary school was during the age of new technological advancements. We knew it was going to be a good day when that big TV rolled out, Bill Nye being the star of the science department. We were the first to experience smartboards, and also the first to experience the true frustration of watching our teachers learn to calibrate them. Cool math games always had our back, Papa's Cupcakeria being my favorite. We've upgraded since then to flat-screen TVs and smartphones that actually work. Technology was once a luxury, but now it is a staple, and it will forever be a part of our lives. Many of us will be a part in making technology a safer, better, and a healthier way to help the world and all of us living in it as we continue to grow and advance alongside of it. Shout out to all the future engineers, computer scientists, mechanics, and all other STEM workers who will make the greatest impacts. The in-between years of middle school were pretty for some, but awkward for most. It was when we were just starting to figure out who we are and who we wanted to be. We learned how to write papers that would live up to high school standards, and many of us took on the new language of Latin that opened our world to new possibilities. Our sports started to get more serious as we prepared to become high school athletes. Those days don't feel like they were all that long ago, and like Taylor Swift said, it's almost like we could feel time moving. Look at us right now. We couldn't wait to be sitting in these chairs, in these caps, and these gowns. In 8th grade, the seniors looked so old and mature, and the high school looked big enough to get lost in. Now, we are the role models we've been looking up to our whole lives. It's a bittersweet moment, realizing you made it to the point where 10-year-old you wanted you to be. I am proud of all of you, and I am so happy you're here. Graduating is such a great accomplishment, as it means this journey has come to an end. But it is an end that is leading to hundreds of new beginnings, and I know all of you will do amazing. Many of us have experienced different high school experiences, but again, growing up in this small town, we all experienced it together. Nothing beats the unique Brandywine moments, like sitting with your best friends at lunch on volleyball day, or playing werewolf with your chemistry teacher. We've learned some great life lessons together, like if the P is low, reject the hoe. And remember, we have to kill Lincoln by Christmas. We watched soccer on homecoming instead of football, teaching us to make the most with what we got, while still cheering for our Kutztown athletes, knowing that change is coming. As many of us move on to bigger and better things, never forget the 2 traffic light town that raised you. And remember, you can always come back here, where the people of Topton know your name and your story, as well as your grandma's. We have been blessed to experience the comfort of a small town, a place we can always call home. The big milestones will continue to come, starting with our first steps, to our first day of kindergarten, to our walk across this stage as we collect our diplomas. Some of us will start our own families, some will travel to see the beautiful world that we live in, some will defend our country, and some will be doctors and lawyers and therapists. Whatever you do, do it well and do it proud. Aging is unavoidable, but what you spend your time doing and feeling is completely up to you. Never forget how much of a privilege it is to grow old. My final piece of advice is that you should carry 2 things with you at all times. The first being a smile. Life is short and unpredictable. Don't waste it being negative. You're going to make mistakes, and sad things are going to happen. But I promise, every little thing is going to be all right. The second thing you should always carry with you is your tutu. If you know, you know. I know today is an emotional day for us, especially for our loved ones. But look how lucky we are to have things that make saying goodbye so hard. I've never actually been good at goodbyes, so instead I'm going to wrap this up with a see you later, and I look forward to seeing all the amazing things you all accomplish. Thank you, class of 2023. It's been real.